practicing and working at it. I don't know if we should play favorites, but I'm thinking maybe Giga. Thinking it might be Giga.
Giga is the favorite to win here.
Ooh, Matrick though, I am enjoying Matrick's outfit. I'm thinking the Iron V might give him the edge that he needs.
It's the Terminator.
Yeah. So, Matrick, he's busting out the robot outfit, not the jetpack though, which I like. The jetpack is a little annoying because of the way that it like explodes when it jumps. He's got the actual robot wings. Meanwhile, Giga is Miyogi, and they both won the race.
Yeah, good job on both of them. Looks like Matrick didn't start his timer, but shouldn't be that big of a deal for us. Yeah, Giga really likes Miyogi. It's his favorite character, so we always see him on her.
Yeah, Matrick. Well, yeah, we can always pay attention to in-game time and all that.
Yeah, so if you don't know, for the leaderboard we go by in-game time, but for the race we decided to. They are both gonna go by RTA, but the seeding, if they reach the bracket, is gonna be in-game time. If the game is really close, no timer might be an issue, but I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, so they're approaching the first portal here. These portals are
timer appeared for Matt.
Oh yeah, look at that. Well, that's interesting, but all right.
I don't know what happened, but we'll take it. Oh, bad RNG for Giga. Oh no, then he got decent one. Never mind.
Wow, and so then they end up just being perfectly synced after the first portal. Well, that's pretty cool.
It looked like it was literally on the same frame. That was awesome.
Matrick made it over to the other area just a little bit faster. Yeah, I wonder, like... Oh, okay, so Matrick does... They both do the sloth strats. Okay,
wow.
That's cool.
I didn't even pick that up. Props to them.
Yeah, I tried doing it. Oh, okay, so Matrick took a stumble on the platforming there and is going for the checkpoint for a little bit of safety, so...
That fire guy we saw a little bit ago went in a really bad spot, so Matt couldn't kill it, and he didn't wait it out, he just went for it, and that's one of the things that can happen if you let it go. Really rare. It rarely happens, but... that was unfortunate for him.
Yeah,
of those things.
I've taken to actually like stopping and killing that thing, but
it's more consistent.
Yeah, it is slower though.
Yeah,
but it prevents that from happening. All right, so Giga's on his way to Miyogi 1, and Matrick actually also is on his way there as well. He really didn't lose very much time there.
They're still very close. He recovered well from it. He didn't die. That's the key. To not die.
I can't help but laugh at the things Miyogi says all the time.
Oh yeah. Which is pretty good. And Giga with the kill.
Oh, yeah, so Giga had a really good Miyogi fight there and actually kept ahead, and Matrick follows it up as well though. So yeah, they are still quite close here. Giga's doing the clip strats. I haven't figured out whether that's actually faster.
It's
clip
it's not really faster, but it gives you more leeway to get the fastest cycle, which was possible without the clip. It's just easier now.
Okay.
So it's a good thing to go for. It just helps you. Because when the cycles line up in the keep, everything goes perfectly. It's a work of art. Solgren did amazing with the cycles in this game.
Yeah, the there's only a couple runners who I see go for like the perfect cycle floating keep, but when they get it, it is just absolutely beautiful.
Looks like Giga is a bit ahead now.
Yeah, I think Matrick took a platforming death there. And pretty soon they're going to be making it out to Pergora.
Oh, Giga not... Oh, he did the clip in the end.
At the end, yeah.
So it's faster not to clip there if you have the best cycle.
Right, and I wonder if, because he got hit once, like maybe he was expecting that if he didn't get hit at all, then he could tank the last one, but because he got hit before it, then just clip over it to be safe. Alright, so Giga gets low swoops, which isn't the best RNG. Oh, but then he gets the hover vomit, so he should be able to finish off Pergora right here.
Usually, after low swoops, you're gonna see vomit, so it's slightly slower. Oh, is Matrick fine?
Well, he also got vomit. Didn't quite finish Pergora off, but he can finish him off right here on the
It was really low HP. I was looking at that HP.
Yeah. Right, if he had fallen off the stage, it would have gotten him.
The spikes deal 20. Pergora's attack usually deal 15, so we could have taken more hits, but falling off under those spikes would have been a dead.
Alright, so Giga gets the no Ruby falling skip. We'll see how Matrick does it here. Oh, okay, Matrick went for Ruby backpack, but didn't quite get it, so he's going to have to try again here. If he does get it second try, though, like he just did, I would say that still saves time over getting the other one.
He had to reset because he was still in the falling section. Usually when you fall down, you don't really want to reset, but he had to. And it's good he recovered it, because then it would have been much slower. Now he's about even.
He's not sliding, though, so he could actually be making it through here just a little bit faster. So that won't save quite as much time as the Ruby backpack skip usually does.
Yeah. He is right behind now. He did catch up on Giga a little bit.
Yeah. It's still very good, because now when he grabs this double jump, he's going to be able to death warp right up to where Giga is just getting now.
And they're even. Just like that.
Oh, right. However, Giga didn't take that checkpoint, so Giga's death warp after Electram is actually going to be better. That's really interesting. I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Matrick with the death. Really small one. Fast reset. Now we want to see them with entering Electram full HP so they don't take the save. And Giga will be fine at it.
Perfect.
And looks like Matrix is... Oh, good recover on...
Yeah. It was pretty good recovery. Really okay, and he's going to go into Electram just missing the 35 health.
Yeah.
So each one of those... If you don't know, taking checkpoints restores your health, but because after this fight there's some backtracking to do, the runners opt to skip the checkpoint so that they can just death warp back to town after beating the boss. However, because you don't have that checkpoint health refill, it can be really scary to fight the boss if you got hit on the way to him.
And Electram is really one of the hardest boss in the game speedrun-wise. It's so easy to take a hit from his face when he just walks into you.
Yeah, especially when you hit him into enrage health. When you get him below 40% health, he just kind of freaks out so that he can enter his enrage. And if you aren't directly expecting it, he's probably just going to run right into you. Because he just changes course on that moment, you know?
Yeah, he cancels his attack. Unless it's orbs, because orb is awful. And nobody likes them.
So Giga finishes the boss slightly ahead of time, and his death warp was just a little bit further because of the way that he did falling skip. But Matrix still not behind at all, really. I mean, he's a little behind, yeah, but with the way that things go in this game, they're basically tied still.
Yeah, mere second behind on the same save. That's really what we should look for.
Yep.
Giga's having a hard time retouching the vent. He's gonna
Yeah.
take things slow now.
Almost do the checkpoint the intended way, but it looks like he's still... Okay, there he goes. He just went for
Yeah.
intended strats there.
And now they're tied.
Yeah, now they're exactly tied. Wow.
But they both did the fast turret, which is really precise.
So now we're
Wow.
coming up to one of the most crucial parts on the run, which is the Veil 2 damage boost. As far as damage boosts go, this one is not only just a really precise damage boost itself, but then there's a lot of very tricky platforming after it that you have to do on lowered health because you damage boosted.
It's a long segment for having really low HP.
Yeah. Yeah, tricky platforming, lots of enemies, and you're on lower health because of the damage boost, which was hard to do in the first place. But
Matching
alright.
doing the safe one by skipping the heart. Giga takes the blade, but he has to take the heart now if he wants to live consistent. Oh, turns out Matrick died. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, and that's why we say if they're on the same save, then they're basically tied, because if either one of them dies, then that flips the lead. Well, if the one ahead dies, it flips the lead.
Yeah.
All right, so Giga beautifully gets through. Matrick is on his way for a... He's looking pretty good right now. He does have 15 health, so he can't get hit by this fire or this rock. Okay. Oh,
He did it
beautiful.
perfectly. Now, for maybe the hardest damage boost in the game, the rock one. Oh wow, Matrick first try, easy.
Nice.
Giga
Matrick
took a
also
bit.
avoided the second rock that the wench threw, so he is
Okay,
able
skip
to...
the save to Amethyst.
Yeah, he's able to skip the Amethyst save. So that puts Matrick at 20 less HP than Giga has to beat this boss. But if he is able to do it on 20 less HP, then he can do a Death Warp to skip the backtracking through the Troll Cave.
He's gonna take the lead if he doesn't die. Amethyst is a hard boss though.
Yeah, Amethyst is a tricky boss. Especially
it's
this
easy
purple
to
orb
spiral
attack.
down into taking a lot of damage.
Yeah. Also, sometimes you start jamming to the music a little too hard and you forget what's happening in the fight.
So it's a really good song. Yeah, they're both pretty much tied on Amethyst.
Yeah, they're both tied. Matrick has fought her flawlessly so far, though. Giga's taken a couple hits. As long as he doesn't die, that's fine. But Matrick has just given Amethyst the business here. Oh, but he's getting he's getting fast purple orbs now, deciding to tank a couple hits to make sure that he keeps damage on her. However, that ends up hitting him 3 times, though.
That's what I'm talking about with Amethyst. If you take damage on like one of her head tech, it combos into itself and...
Yep. And so purple orbs is one of the hardest attacks to dodge, I think, especially when it's fast. But so Matrick actually fought Amethyst fast enough to finish the fight first, and he had the better Death Warp. So that actually flips the lead over to him. They're still basically tied, just with advantage on Matrick now.
Yeah. Matrick needs to use this to his advantage at the best. It's a good lead for him to have.
Had a little bit of a struggle with that bat there, so he ends up taking the yellow save there. Most
It's
of
a
the time
good
you
call.
see... Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Most of the time you see that yellow save get skipped, however, he got hit in extra time by the bat. And
It's one of the
the thing
things
was
where
he was
you-
down there anyway.
Yeah. Adapting like this was a really good call. It's not the things you see runner do, but in a race, a death costs so much time.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of the things, is that your ability to improvise is tested even more than usual in a race, because you have to deal with everything that happens. You can't just reset.
Yeah, tons of resets in this game.
Here we see a little bit more where Matrick took a little bit of extra damage from those spiders, so on the last couple he slowed down a little bit to not take damage from them as he fought them, avoiding another death there. That would have been pretty costly.
But doing the plant room strats really good for consistency again.
Yeah, so when you hit a checkpoint in this game, it kills all of the enemies on screen. So sometimes there's a couple spots where you can kind of go past the checkpoint a little bit to spawn an extra enemy and then go back and hit the checkpoint and get rid of them pretty easily and consistently. So this is a pretty tough checkpoint, also pretty pivotal as well because runners like to skip checkpoints here. And all right, so Metric, yeah, he got through once. Let's see if he takes the save here. Nope.
Oh wow, he skipped the swag save. Wow.
Excellent.
That was really close.
And it's just as close for Giga, though, who, you know, the thing is those bombs do 50 damage. So if you get hit by one of them, which Giga also did, then that means that if you skip the swag save, you have to get through that next room without getting hit, or you go extra far back. It's not the hardest jump in the world, but it's very
a stressful one.
Yes, it's very stressful when you will die and go back really far if you get hit.
Metric taking a lot of damage early on.
Uh-oh, I hope I didn't curse anybody.
Now
Talking about Dark Annihilator.
Oh yeah, this looks pretty scary for Metric, who's just reached halfway into the fight and is at 40 health.
Yeah, I've been here all too recently. You take a couple hits early on in the fight, and you're like, "Oh, it's just Dark Annihilator. I can keep going."
Yeah, and then you drop a bomb on the ground, and you just don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah. His No Mercy beam hits you, and you're like, "What? That attack can hit you?" And then it's
that
just
attack
it's
is a
confusing.
box. New in the patch.
Speaking of fire on the ground, Giga actually just let a bomb drop.
DA is on really low HP, so this should be fine for him.
Yeah,
slows down the fight a bit.
Metric clutched it out, got through. So Metric got hit a couple times early on in the fight, but then just flawless the rest of it, so it didn't end up being an issue there. Took kind of a weird death there, though. He was on like a weird cycle when he went into that room.
Yeah, he got hit on the previous room, and then just decided to reset to go with what he knows. Oh,
Yeah, so yeah.
I think missed the tight shot with the orb. Oh, Matrix really far behind now. That
Oh
was
yeah,
huge for him.
he skipped a save. Wow, Giga does kind of a, I don't know, I think it's a harder strat on those spikes there.
Yeah, he said that he tried the most consistent strat but didn't work out really well for him, so that's just what he does now. Matrix having a hard time. Let's see if he doesn't tell too much on this and can get back.
So he
opt
is
to take
taking the save
saves.
this time, yeah.
You don't want to fall too far behind. If he takes another death, it pretty much seals his way.
He also does the spikes the way that Giga did.
Yeah, it seems like it's the way you want to go, but I find it a much harder strat than what most runner do.
Yeah. The weird thing about the way that most people do it is the way that you have to bump on the wall to align first. I didn't know that at first. I was just trying to do it how I saw people do it, and I didn't realize that the bump was important. I was just like, why do I die every time?
Yeah, because then you hit the top spikes and you just don't understand. But I think it's Oga who gave this knowledge to us, and it's been really good to everyone since. Previous world record holder.
So they're actually still really, really close though.
Oh yeah, same save, one save apart.
Yeah, that the death that Matrick took was really brutal because of how many saves that he had skipped, but he's still right behind.
Yeah, since he was ahead, it wasn't that big of a loss.
So Giga's going into Terravine now. We'll see just how fast they take Terravine, because this boss can surprise you.
I think Giga keeps Minecart to be safe.
Okay.
He's not the player that tanks the most, because he'd rather win for sure than take a risk.
Yeah. That's
so he's
exactly
slightly
what.
slower on it.
Yep. So he's gonna send 2 minecarts over and probably not tank as many lasers then. And yeah, I mean, when you're in a race, you need that kind of consistency. Oh, he also doesn't punish Terravine for the spawn attack.
Yeah. That one's really hard because when he stops, his head moves so far to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Giga going for consistency instead of speed, which is a fine stats in racing. It's a hard game. And
Meanwhile,
as you can see, Matrix is really low on HP.
Yeah, Matrick actually went for a tank on the lasers there and kind of botched it and had to improvise through the rest of the laser fight or the laser
I think
attack.
he's gonna do it.
But here
that's really close.
Yeah, but there you go. He got a faster Terravine kill, and that's going to close the gap some.
It was so close to dying.
Yeah, right. That was super close, but it paid off, and now he's very much closer once again. Oh, Giga having a little bit of trouble with pacifism strats here. No!
So close.
No, Matrix in the lead. Oh my gosh!
Trading back and forth for the how many times this time? Okay, he's just gonna kill the skeleton on Matrix because he was he failed the jump, but he was on a high HP. Yeah, they're tied now.
Oh my gosh, that is nuts. Yeah, now they're in the exact same jump. Look at this! They're perfectly synced! 20 minutes into the run!
I think that it's like the 4th time we've seen people tied at the underworld portal, which is insane.
So this is the last portal in the game. It's also the hardest one. There's these darn Skelemen that you want to quick kill them, but you take damage from doing it, and it's also really hard to time. But if you don't do it, then it takes forever. It's jeez.
Oh yeah, and then you have 2 fire guys and a skeleton, and it's the worst.
They both made pretty short work of it, though.
Yeah, they did fine. No really bad fire guy RNG where they go in one of the bottom corners. That's the one you want to avoid. They both didn't get it, so that's really good for them.
All right, Metric took kind of a brutal platforming death there.
Yeah.
Just that it was at the end of the save.
It was so close to one save. Okay, he made it die. We see Metric playing a bit more greedy. He takes more deaths, but it pays off because he catches up to Giga with him.
Yeah. I think that's part of the reason that it's been flipping back and forth so much, because now Giga is in the lead once again.
Yeah. Giga is going for those consistent strats, slightly slower, but consistent.
I wonder if Matrick if he knows how the race is going, and that's why he's going for greedier strats, is to try to catch up.
How he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, Matrick has doubled the amount of death of Giga, but they're pretty much even. Only 2 rock for Matrick.
I didn't see the Giga's rocks.
Yeah, I was focusing on Matrick and during the boss fight. I also missed it. 2 rocks is under average of what you want. You want to aim for at least 3 in a cat fight. That gives you good damage.
Yeah, better than nothing though. Ooh, Matrick had kind of a weird transition there, but I'm glad he didn't die. I mean, there are spikes there. I don't know if anybody has ever died to them, but
oh yeah,
for a second I was afraid that we were about to see that. Ooh, Giga actually got hit by a rock there, so I think he got only 2 rocks on the second phase.
It's much harder on the last phase to hit 5. Oh, Giga's so close. No, Giga's gonna go
Oh
to
my
the
gosh,
fourth phase.
Giga's going into phase 4, yeah.
I think it's the first phase 4 we've seen in the tournament so far.
I mean, he only had a couple pixels of health, so that's gonna catch Matrick up right here.
So yeah, tied again because Patrick get a faster kill.
That's exactly how Terravine went. Matrick went, got the faster Terravine kill and caught them both up.
So bot going for the bottom key first, which if you're going for cycles, bottom doesn't need any cycles, so then you reset and you have the good one for the other keys. It's a good one to go for first. You can also go for the top one. If you're fast enough, you're gonna catch a good cycle. The one you don't want to do is the right key first. That's never the good option.
Yeah, just because of these Mega Man enemies.
Yeah.
Alright, Matrick had a little bit of trouble with the bottom key, but it looks like he's finishing that up now. Meanwhile, Giga's grabbing the second, or getting towards the second key.
Bot ending on the top key. Same path. That's been interesting.
Yeah, I used to go top down, but just because there's really no difference, but it's more correct to go bottom up, I've started doing that.
Giga skipping. Oh no! Turns out he decided to opt for taking the save because he had a really close call.
Yeah.
That
It looked like
save-
he screwed up the dashes, but didn't die, so then just dropped and took the save.
Okay, so they both took the save. That one doesn't cost a lot of time to take. It costs more to skip it and then dying than to taking it.
Yeah, and it's really consistent to get back down. I mean,
Yeah.
you can die if you're not paying attention, but you can use the same way to get down every time.
Giga doing the raised first try. Now going for ace skip really soon. We'll see if they both do it first try. It can be pretty tough to pull off sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't do it.
Yeah, and in the race situation, missing ace skip puts you back like 15 seconds every time you miss it.
Alright, so Giga was able to skip 2 of the Charers in the previous room, so that was pretty good for grabbing the key. Nails a C-skip the first time. Matrick went for the 3 Charer skip, but didn't get it. Now, and then he ended up jumping into a portal, so that was pretty unfortunate.
And Giga also got ace skip first try.
He went for the triple skip again, and just wasn't quite fast enough.
Yeah, he's just gonna kill all of them now. He doesn't have a choice. Okay, let's see if Matrick can do it first try. He needs this if he wants to keep Giga in close.
Yeah, to keep pressure on.
Yeah. And
Nails it first try, there you go.
a different strat from Giga. He gets closer to the trigger.
Yeah, I've seen some people do it that way. I'm not sure what exactly you do to make that work.
It's you just go right later. I think that's how it was discovered, so people just kind of started doing it this way.
Yeah. Ooh. I didn't see if Giga reset after library skip or if he's going for the faster cycle, but it looked really fast.
I think
Matrick going for a library skip of his own.
yeah, Ziggy found a way to go pretty fast without resetting. I don't know if that's what Giga did. I wasn't keeping track that much.
So, as far as so Matrick got a little bit more behind than before. However, Giga just died once on the elevator, and if being that it's the longest auto scroller, I mean, again, they're still basically just perfectly tied now because they're both on an auto scroller.
And elevator death is.
Oh, that's really interesting though. Matrick didn't reset the cycles when he got on the elevator.
He's just gonna adapt to the black hole at the top,
Mm-hmm.
which can be tricky sometimes.
Improvise.
I don't know if he resets or not. Usually, maybe he is watching and just wants keep all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because a reset really in a race puts you behind like by a second every time you reset. You have to load again, and that adds up.
Yep. Race time or race nerves can always be a thing too.
Yeah, a reset lets you breathe a little bit. So yeah, Matrix is gonna do the portal, the black hole just fine.
Oh, but these skeletons? Okay.
10
Woo!
HP. Matrix is being really scary this race.
All right. Giga's coming into Miyogi 2. Matrick is less than a checkpoint behind on his way to Miyogi 2 as well. And the skip is another thing. I mean, if one player misses the skip, they're going to be behind.
Yeah, that's 35 seconds down the drain. And Giga is going for it because he's healing her. And Matrix going to go for it too. It's a really hard skip. It's the hardest one in the run, and you only have one shot at it.
Yeah, you do. I think the players have been consistent enough at it to. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if because I feel like we've seen a lot of missed Miyogi skips.
Yeah, it's really up in the air. It's not free.
Yeah, I had a really weird one on my last race where like there was a swirling fire around and I had to like jump up and hit her downward to not get hit. Oh my gosh, Giga missed it. If Matrick gets it, he's ahead.
And he's coming up on it. Oh, I think he missed it.
Yeah, he tanked a bunch of damage to make sure that he got it, and it was too much damage.
And I think he missed it anyway. When she does meteors instead of rocks, it's really unfortunate because it makes the skips so much harder to nail. There's so much more pressure on you.
Yeah, right. Because you have to be looking at the visual cue to know when to hit her, so you're not watching everything that's hitting you.
Matrix having a hard time. It is a hard boss. There's a lot going on, and then you want to heal.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest bosses in the game. Absolutely.
Oh, Giga's dead. Giga died. That's.
Oh my god! What happened?
Oh
my gosh!
Because he missed the skip. There's the skull, and then there's even more things to dodge.
Yeah,
it becomes a hard fight. Oh, Matrix got the skip.
Yeah. All right. So Matrix took a lot of damage at the beginning, but because he got the skip, he doesn't have to deal with the skull that you were talking about. So he's less likely to die here. That big fireball cut it kind of close at the end there, but he
really close.
He stunned her at just the right time. Oh my gosh, though.
10 HP again. Classic Matrix.
Oh wow.
Wow. And both dying to Miyugi, but Matrix taking the lead in the end.
Oh, Giga missed Miyogi skip again also.
That's big.
He does have 90 HP to deal with post and rage Miyogi though, so
yeah.
As long as he doesn't die.
Everything so much harder if you get the bad angle on it.
Yeah, I usually try to hit it upward, and I have a little bit more luck with it personally.
That's what you want, but sometimes, depending on when, if you were too late or too early for the skip, it changes when she summons a fireball. So if she summons a fireball and the skull and the overlap, that's when it gets bad.
Okay, so here's Giga post and rage on Miyogi. He's got 90 HP. He got hit by something that was not the large fireball, so he didn't take as much damage. That big fireball does what, 25 damage?
Yeah, over time.
He did get hit by something. Okay, I just got confused because it's Miyogi versus Miyogi. For a second, I couldn't remember which one was which.
Giga thanked confuse us here.
Matrick nailed the password room, by the way, so he's cruising
really
along to the chambers here.
Oh no, Giga is really close.
Yeah, now Giga only has 20 HP. No!
No.
Miyogi! Oh, this is brutal. It's all right. There's still quite a bit left. I mean, there's after Miyogi 2, there's 4 more bosses, 3 of which can kill you. So.
Oh yeah, and there's the hardest area of the game, the hardest boss of the game, the second hardest boss for bulldoze runners. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely still room for the race to turn around. It's just this seems extra brutal because they've been so close the entire time.
I think they both don't do twin arc quick kills.
Okay.
So they cannot take that to take advantage over the other.
Right, as Squall is saying in chat, it's not over till they both choke on J2.
Yeah, like a J2 death puts you back like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Enough for someone to catch up to you. And then you can get the second one easily. But
Giga didn't do the setup quite right, and now Miyogi is doing big fireball while he's waiting for the skip.
He's solo on HP.
And then he missed the skip. This is brutal. If I were him, I would reset right now.
Yeah,
and
I think I would too.
Yeah, don't do the entire 40-second enrage attack only to die because you only have 15 HP.
The only thing that he can survive a hit from is her shield. So that's pretty scary. Metric entering orcs. Oh, no, I think Metric has the quick kill in hand
Okay,
now.
yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't die a bunch to it. It's a pretty hard quick kill to pull off if you haven't practiced enough.
Now this is a little overstimulating because we've got 2 different bosses happening at once.
Yeah. Oh no, Giga's gonna die. He shot the fireball twice.
Yeah, that is brutal to have played the entire enrage and then...
Okay. So Giga's just not gonna go for the skip this time.
Okay.
He wants to have all his HP for the skull.
Meanwhile, Matrick pulled off a really, really nice Orc's quick kill there.
Wow.
He is starting to run away with this.
Miyugi can be really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, Miyogi is one of the hardest bosses, absolutely.
Yeah, with the skip and everything. Now Giga's just gonna go for a normal kill where it's easier to keep all your HP.
Yeah, it's slightly faster than missing the skip. I guess after, missing the skip 3 times in a row, at that point you are losing time when you miss it. Not just because you're dying, but because it takes time to heal her and whatnot.
Yeah, it's about 10 seconds of setup. So if you miss it, you're gonna be about 10 seconds behind someone that just doesn't go for it.
Oh, Matrick did kind of a weird jump there on this puzzle room.
Yeah,
at the end and ended up dying. Instead of just going right here, he tried to go back to the checkpoint.
I think you get confused maybe.
Yeah.
That room sometimes just messes with you.
Yeah, Path of Decay is weird, and yeah, sometimes you just forget the weird order that you need to jump on stuff.
And okay, so that's Matt's least favorite room, and he nailed it. The jump at the end of the strawberry room is really hard, and
I'd
like
say
it at
it's
all.
maybe the most precise jump in the game.
Yeah, Matt has a really hard time on it, so seeing him nailing it is good for him.
All right, Giga gets through Miyogi on that run. Excellent. So, I think Matrick is running away with this race, but it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, J-Hole can change everything. And can we talk about how good of a run it is for Matrick, thinking of his PB, which I think is... right now it's a 52-36. So it's not out of the question for him if he plays perfectly from now on.
Yeah.
It's a good run for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
see.
Giga killed Miyagi too, so now it's the catching up game.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as Matrick continues to kind of struggle on Path of Decay here, Giga is just gaining time. Ooh, another death to that same spike pit.
The climb is it's pretty hard.
Yeah, notoriously one of the hardest checkpoints in the game, and
first playthrough, it's one of the hardest. That's one where people just get stuck.
Yeah, first playthrough, I would say it probably is the hardest checkpoint.
Yeah. It's one of the it's really top 3 for sure. And Giga first trying the password.
Yeah, I heard the tone and looked over like, oh!
Pretty stressful moment. Is he going for the August skip? No, he's just gonna wait it out. He was slightly late, I think.
Scared me there for a second, though, taking kind of a weird jump. Matrick making it through the old Karnoth Slayer over here. Oh!
I think he's having a hard Path of Decay.
Yep.
Giga is really catching up. He's having a good segment.
Oh, except for that ceiling room death.
Oh yeah.
Is the ceiling room an auto-scroller?
It kind of is.
Nah.
It kind of is.
It's enough where I ask.
It's a reverse auto-scroller. It should be a Twitter poll, and then you compare the votes. I always consider it an auto-scroller. But I guess it's not at the same time. That's a good question. What does chat think of downward elevator?
Yeah, is ceiling room an auto scroller? Put 1 in the chat if you think it is. Matrick now has the demon form. Alright, Giga not going for pacifist skeletons here, just going for a nice, consistent run through the rest of the chambers here. He also got music back at some point.
Yeah, in the ceiling room.
Oh, right.
Any death, and you get the music back. Oh, Matrick died at the very end of this demon form room. It's a really hard one. Lots of things can go wrong. Think he's gonna do it? Oh, the wiggle just gets you sometime.
All right, so Giga is coming into Twin Orcs now, and we'll see if you're right though that Giga does not do quick kill, which it looks like he does not. So we'll see. We'll see how good his non-quick kill strats are. Because I gotta say, I don't quick kill because the quick kill is too hard for me. But I think I've been getting pretty good at non-quick kill. I think my non-quick kill is pretty strong.
Not quick killing is not too bad. It's just not good. As fast quick killing is hard on the hand. And since you're always above gravity, you can just fall down at any point and die.
Yeah. Yeah, the quick kill is insane, and I'm too afraid to try it. I don't mean to.
You need to spend a lot of time to learn it. Once you learn it, it's not that bad, but it definitely has a curve to it. And Giga looks like he's doing fine on his not quick kill. He got a good enrage where he can deal damage, and it's fast.
Yeah, so, the smacks is the best one you want, and jumps of course is the worst.
Oh yeah,
or I guess shields is what people say.
Yeah, shield. Definitely the worst. So good
Alright.
energy for Giga.
So yeah, he first
And-
tries. Meanwhile, Matrick is on Azrael here. So this is actually kind of this means Giga did gain a tiny bit of time there, if Chambers and Path are to have the same length, because before Giga was fighting Myogi 2 while Matrick was on Twin Orcs, but this time Giga is finishing Twin Orcs while Matrick is kind of entering Azrael.
Yeah, and Azrael's a killer, so Matrix's not out of it. Anything can happen still.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Matrick just fell between two platforms. The old
Exactly.
instant death to gravity in the
100
Azrael fight.
HP, flawless fight, but you die anyway.
Mm-hmm. So if Giga has a good path here, he can close this gap a little bit. He did die just as I said that, but it was not a costly death whatsoever. It was a little bit funny, though.
It's the classic commentator stirs showing up again.
Going into Matrick's least favorite room here. Let's see how Giga does on it. So I like fluttering under this thing down there, but most other people I've noticed do a jump flutter instead.
I think that if you slide off the bone platform, the mouth never hits you. So that's what Giga is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So since it never gets you, jump flutter is a good strat. I agree with you though. Flutter is really good.
It's really precise, but I mean,
it's way more precise than what Giga is doing. But once you learn it, it's just like the way to go, I believe.
all right. So yeah, Giga, I actually had more trouble with that room than Matrick did.
Yeah.
But getting into the
Matrick got the kill. That's really good.
yeah, excellent. So most of Matrick's trouble in Path of Decay was on the climb, so we'll see how Giga does on that. But meanwhile, Giga is running out of time to catch up, though. Matrick is on his way to Jeul.
Yeah, not much hard stuff left in the run at this point. Only the final boss at this point. Just a reminder that if we see Matrick win, it's gonna be an upset, because Giga is the favorite one to win in this match right now.
Do we have actual percentages on that? Because I know people can vote on challenge on who they think will win.
I'll tell you that right now. People, it was really close. 53% voted for Matt and 47% voted for Giga.
Oh, that's not an upset then.
And-
That's the opposite.
In terms of PB, but so when the tournament started, Matrix PB was like above 1 hour, and right now it's 6 seconds slower than Giga's.
Okay.
So they're really even right now.
All right, Matrick coming into Jeul here. We'll see how he does. Oh. Okay, he got a double spike there.
I
One in
think
the
that
thigh,
counts as a
just like
headshot.
Ace Ventura, and then one, right in the gob.
Yeah, I think that part of the neck counts as a headshot. So that was good. More damage.
Is there a difference in the amount of particles that come out? Like, do headshots have more blood?
That's a good question, and I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe. That's a really good question.
Another Ace Ventura spike right in the top of the thigh.
Giga's not too far behind. He's just in the demon room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I-
got demon form, so he'll be coming up to Azrael pretty soon. However, Matrick just took out Jeul and is on the last boss.
Just a couple of final boss that, and then Giga's back on track. Let's make it happen. Let's tie them. So yes, Matrick is on PB pace right now. His PP is a 52-36, and if
Nice.
everything goes well, I don't think Matrick is good enough to get a fast enough J2, but this could be a sub 50. I think it's if he doesn't die, it's gonna be around 50-10, 50-20, which would be 2 minutes faster than his PB.
Yeah, that is a huge, just chunky PB. Ooh, he missed the first dive though.
Yeah, and he took damage from.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, he's just gonna mulligan that and start over. I think that's a good call. That fight was going nowhere fast, and it's best
laser,
to cut it off early.
icicle, pentagram burning at the start. It's a good call. Better enter the fight in a good mindset. Matic must be shaking a lot right now.
Oh, he nailed the dive on that one. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, Giga is on Azrael, which is a pivotal boss in and of herself. So we'll see how he does. Red shields her right away. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a really hard boss for Giga. Oh, and Matic tanked the laser, but
yeah, I wonder if he's going for. Was it Solid Squall who I think more than one person has done it, but intentionally tanks a laser to get fast enrage?
Yeah. It's if you get bad RNG, that's a good thing to do pre-enrage. He's really low on HP right now. He really wants to go take that health.
Yeah. But he did get the fast enrage.
Yeah, pretty good for dying early like this. Oh, those orbs were so close to him. Has to skip a health again, unless it's go yeah. He just had to. The RNG was not in his favor. Oh! And Matrix here.
Yeah, Matrix starting to oh, spoilers! He's tying it up right now. There it is! Boom!
Hey!
So GG to Matrix. He took this one home.
Is that 50-17?
What?
I think it's 50-17 on the...
Yeah, but this is the mid-time. Yeah,
oh, okay,
50-20. Called it. Good job on the PB. Huge PB.
Let me stop shaking for a minute. Hold on.
Yeah. You're so close to your sub 50 goal.
21 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 more seconds, and you've got it. Meanwhile, Giga so just finished up Azrael.
Oh my god, I could tell, having not played for a week, once I got to Path of Decay, it started to show, like, not having practiced. It was like, oh my god, I had to stop for a second at a couple points and go, what are you doing, dude? Stop.
Yeah, I almost said something about it a couple times that, like, on the climb when you died, you reset and then kind of stood there for a second before going again. We all knew we knew what was going on.
Wow, okay, yeah.
Crazy run.
So let's see. That shows as 4 golds, including Amethyst, Twin Arcs, and Azrael.
Nice. That's always a great sign.
Yeah, that was a...
So the race was really crazy because we noticed that you were going for a lot more risky, kind of greedy strats. While Giga was going a lot safer, but you were going faster because of it. So at the beginning, I mean, it was just constantly back and forth between you two. You guys were basically tied up all the way until Miyogi 2 is when there became a split.
Wow.
But yeah, until then, you guys were just tied the whole time, going back and forth because you kept getting ahead because you were going faster, and then would die, and Giga would be ahead, and that just kept happening.
How'd you like that terrifying kill?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You were on solo HP so many times in the run.
Oh man.
But yeah, in this race, for most of it, you just had double the amount of death of Gigas, but you were still tied to him because of your fast strats.
Oh god, I screwed Grotto up so bad. Oh man, I was so mad.
Yeah, that was one of the big things.
Yeah, I lost a good full minute there.
yeah, right after DA.
Yeah, once I got the
Yeah.
lasers, that was where it just went stupid.
no.
Like I messed up the like going through, to get the fast skip. So then I had to get it on the top. Then I went down the other side and I jumped like a frame early and bonked on the top spikes. Went all the way back. Then
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on, dude. And then I started going through and I apparently forgot the correct positioning to shoot diagonally down to hit the switch because I messed that up twice. And I was just going, oh God, this is where it ends. But no, I was able to hold it together and
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you catch back up. You on those big deaths, since you were ahead, it wasn't too costly for the race. So yeah, you recovered really well from them.
yeah, I mean, going into this race, there was 6 seconds between his PB and mine. He was 6 seconds faster
Yeah.
in game time. And so, it was one of those that was just like, oh man. And then I didn't have time to practice this week because I had a bunch of stuff going on, that I just wasn't able to put in the time. And I'm thinking, man, but he kept telling me he hadn't been practicing. And I'm thinking, is he trolling me? Like, like I'm being honest with you, I haven't been able to practice. Have you been did you get a massive PB and not post it, or what happened here? I wasn't sure if he was just trying to get my goat or not.
Right before the race, he was playing with gluttony on. So we will never know.
Well, so Giga finished up Joel there just in time because his yellow meter was full and Joel was about ready to do his big dumb and rage. Moving into J2 now, just waiting for the Angel ladies.
I gotta watch.
Oh wow, Giga does J2 starting on the left. Really unusual.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people and it always surprises me. Like, what are you doing? You gotta go to the right. Start the fight. Oh no, he does just come up if you stay on the left. Okay.
You have to go far enough and then back out. So, Matt, what do you think about SC skip?
Really? Yeah, okay, here, I'll give you 2 words. It's meme.
Good. I love it.
Hello.
I didn't know what it was, and then somebody
You were
finally
excited.
told me what it actually was, and I went, really? That's what all the hubbub's about?
I've been getting pretty good at it.
I almost decided I would go for Jetty skip today, just for memes, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do something dumb.
I don't think we've seen it in a race so far. Maybe if someone did it, it's Canaris.
Well, I'll be completely honest. I just learned about it earlier this morning. So then when I got home, I was like, let me see how difficult this actually is. And I did it a handful of times.
Oh, wow. It's
So I was like,
double frame perfect.
yeah, I thought to myself, if I do it in the race, I mean, by saying I did it a handful of times, it's like, oh, I tried it 50 times and I got it like 10.
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, do I go for it? It doesn't cost that much time, and it saves like 5 seconds if you get it.
Yeah.
And it's not that big of a deal if you fail it. So I was like, maybe I should just give it a shot. Then I went, nah, let's not. I let's try to play to win, not like, just goofy things.
A race is good when it's more about being consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jetty skip I also tried a little bit. Not that one I couldn't get at all. That is just crazy hard.
Is it just me, or does it, when you use Myogi potion, does your does Pride center slightly lower?
No, it's just visual.
doesn't?
It
Okay.
doesn't.
It looks like it does to me for some reason.
The potion don't change anything. It's just.
I think I remember Frozen telling me the reason that potion gets used is because it slightly more accurately represents the actual hitbox as opposed to V, because Myogi's slightly shorter.
Giga just likes Miyugi a lot.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just like Miyogi.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is true though that that it slightly is closer to the hitbox. At least I've also heard that, is what I mean to say.
Yeah. The hitbox is bigger than the hitbox. So hi Giga.
Hello.
GG Giga.
Hi.
Version gets used because it
was,
slightly more accurately represents the actual hitbox as opposed to V, because Myogi's
we
slightly
have
shorter.
double sound right now. Giga just
Can you turn off
likes
your sound,
Miyogi
Giga?
a lot.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just like Miyogi.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is true though that
It's off.
Okay, good.
that it slightly is closer to the
Yeah,
hitbox.
that
At
gets
least
us
I've
every time.
also heard that, is what I mean to say.
Yeah. The race was, hitbox is really back
V's
and
bigger
forth
than the
until
hitbox.
Miyogi so hi Giga. You know what happened there.
GG Giga.
I don't understand what happened there.
was,
That's the one boss I never, ever do anything wrong.
we have
at,
double
and
sound
it
right
just all went wrong.
Can you turn off your sound, Giga? Really rough. Dying once and then
I
you
could not
died.
recover. I tilted so hard after that death.
Yeah.
I could not come back to it. I
And-
was feeling really good up until that point though.
No. The race was really good. You were tied the entire race. You were tied up to Miyuki. It was back and forth. Same stage, but like back and forth. It was in the lead. And it was really good. It was a good time for both of you. You still ended up with a pretty decent in game time, considering what happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd say sub 1 hour is still pretty good with it was really Miyogi too that really gave you the business.
So if you didn't catch up, Matrick PB'd by over 2 minutes, so it was really rough for you to win because he beat your PB that race.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned in
really
a 50-20 in game time.
Nice, man. Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, so that was a fantastic race. I mean, Matrick did kind of run away with it at the end, but all the way up until, I don't know if Razel already said this because there was kind of a double sound nightmare happening.
Yeah.
But you guys were basically just tied until Miyogi too. It was really, really crazy.
I'll definitely have to watch that back later.
Yeah, it was a good race. Both of you were really close. Really entertaining. So, well, congrats to both of you. Congrats to Matrick for winning and doing an upset, technically.
And for a big chunky PB, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I guess it's not really an upset anymore because Matrick is the faster time.
But 6 seconds difference on the PB, I wouldn't even call either of them winning an upset in the first place.
It was up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But Rick has really improved a lot since the tournament started.
Was there anything else you guys were had to talk about specifically? I guess Giga, you really freaked me out the one time. There was a time where you were on Miyogi in Rage, and you had 15 HP, and I was thinking, oh no, just reset. Because post and Rage with the skull and everything with 15 HP is just so difficult to deal with. I was really surprised that you were still going for it.
I mean, I've followed Stir a few times before. I'm thinking I can do it. What could go wrong here? And it went wrong though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shot the fireball twice, which is what Cell did.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Giga, when you watch it back, watch my Terravine kill. It was amazing.
Yeah, Matrick was pretty much on 10 HP the entire run, is what you have to get out of this.
That and literally, I don't know if you guys have my sound on or not, but when I killed him, you know how he does the charge up laser? He was probably 1 frame before blasting me to kill me when I killed it.
Thing to notice if you don't know, if you die where the toolbox fall, you still collect it, so don't reset early because of that laser. If you double kill and collect the hitbox while dead, it's fine.
Yeah, the toolbox can just land on your corpse and you're fine.
Yep, I like that.
All right. Well, thanks to the runners for a really, really great race here. Make sure everybody out there to follow the runners. We got commentary too. You can follow the commentary if you want. But
The numbers are pretty good though.
thanks to Speed Gaming as well for hosting
Yeah.
us here, and for everybody who's keeping this thing going. So thanks everybody.
Thanks for the race. Thanks for viewing, and thanks Speed Gaming.
We've
GGs.
got a couple races coming up as well too. Not tonight, but not for Wings of V at least tonight. But tomorrow. Whoops! I clicked the wrong link. Tomorrow we've got a few. I want to say. Yeah, tomorrow at noon Eastern we've got Omega versus Amimi. At 2 Eastern we've got Ziggy versus Red's Toad. And then at 9 p.m. Shark versus Canaris. The latter two we already know are going to be right here on Speed Gaming 5. The other one is pending, though, since that one just got in. So that's all tomorrow. We've got a couple on Saturday and Sunday as well, so stick around. There's more Wings of V! And we'll see you around.
See ya.